Hi, welcome to Two Sapphic Hags. I'm one of the aforementioned hags, Tiff. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me today. In this video, I'm putting together my month in review journal spread for February. I'm also getting over a cold, so thank you, Petri Dish of London. So bear with me through this awful nasally voice. So I've become a bit obsessed with this process. I love planning every month, but it comes with a layer of anticipatory stress with deadlines. It's kind of like self-inflicted doom. But with doing like a month in review, instead it gives me an option to reflect for a second, even like 30, 45 minutes. Once a month is enough time to remind myself of all the stuff I've experienced in the past month. Because it's so easy to forget about it, especially in the digital age of shorts where everything, like our attention span is like 10 seconds at a time. So we all like collectively move on to the next thing. But I found that taking the time to reflect gives me a greater appreciation for the experiences I'm lucky enough to have. It's also a quick way to wipe out any, FOMO, because no worries. I've lived too. Sometimes I just need a little reminder. And it also scratches that very like specific aesthetic itch that only collage and hands-on analog art projects can reach, I think. So anyway, you can see on the screen I've really just jumped right in with Pinterest, starting with the color palette and then doing a more general February search. Found that I also like to go into like searching the month in poetry just to see what comes up, and then going into like the month in crystals and then the month of flowers, all that cool woo-woo stuff. And after my initial Pinterest deep dive, I'll go in and look in my music app and see what I've been listening to on repeat in the month. I tend to like target one artist or one album and then go ham on it before I move on. And then also I'll go back in my Libby app and see what I've read. I primarily read books I've checked out from the library. So that's helpful, a really helpful way to keep track of everything. Precious Asa is saying hi here. She is our senior girl. She's 14 years old. She was actually abandoned in a box at PetSmart when we were in college, and so we adopted her as a kid. She's been with us ever since. She even came to the side of the pond with us. So like when I prepare to do these spreads now, I start to think about like what were some of the big events of the month. And honestly, I can't always remember, so I'll just go into my photos and be like, what did we take a photo of? This month was pretty big. We did have Florence and Machine concerts here in London. We actually went to both nights at the O2. Yeah, and even though we're both big fans, I think Flo is probably Brett's number one, where mine is probably Girl in Red or Hosier. 2 nights in a row is kind of a crazy, but we went all out for the first night. We did the VIP section. We had some good seats, and then the people behind us were just so insufferably awful. It's obvious they weren't really into concerts, because normally it's like your favorite song comes on, you stand up, everybody dances, everybody sings. Yeah, they weren't into it. They wanted everyone to be sad and miserable like them. So when the next day when they released the production tickets, the last minute ones, we were able to grab two for a good deal. And so the second night, we weren't surrounded by assholes, and we had a really, really great time. Some of the other things we did this month were we tried a new food hall over on Oxford Street. We just found it randomly. We're going to a different restaurant, and Brittany and I love a food hall. I think they're amazing. We always find the best food there. At this one, we found some of the best, probably Mexican food I've had in this country. It's one of the cuisines we probably miss the most. We also went to Phantom of the Opera for the first time. I got Brit tickets in for her birthday in January, and it was scheduled in February, so it was really exciting. And then for Valentine's Day, I got us tickets to a cat cafe here in London, because Brit was obsessed with this cat at one of the cafes that had been there for a while. Um, but we had to reschedule middle of the month to the end of the month because we both got a cold. And, now I'm in March and I'm sick again, so yay. But on that note, we do have a new furry family member joining us shortly. We'll introduce her once she gets settled in. We're still waiting for a date that we can pick her up. And then on the book front, I absolutely gobbled up Hungerstone in February. I loved it. If you love Carmilla or any of like kind of gothic, sapphic themed vampire novels, you're gonna love it. I highly recommend it. Actually, this is probably a good time to plug my literary blog. So, on top of Two Sapphic Hags, I also run literarycobblestones.com, which is a book review site for sapphic novels, primarily horror, but we also do like mystery, crime, etc. So, if you're into that, I'll put a link down below. I think one of my favorite parts is actually sitting down and cutting out all these stickers. And so I just put these in a Canva like letter size document. You can do that in the free tier. You don't have to pay anything for it. And then I just print it out on vinyl sticker sheets. I just have bulk left over from when I used to run an Etsy shop, but you can get them online fairly cheap. And one thing that I don't do with these, but you could do, is laminate them. I do have some laminating sheets, so you can pretty much get them at any craft store that, not the thermal ones, but these are just ones like pill and stick. And then you just like apply it on top of the vinyl layer. And I have to tell you, when I've used those before, they last forever. Even on like a water bottle that I regularly put in the dishwasher, lasted years. I was really impressed with that, but I don't do that here because they're not really exposed to the elements. You know, aside from that journaling process, I think cutting out the stickers probably takes the longest, but it's actually one of my favorites. I don't know, something about it is like very old school analog. Takes you back to elementary school where you're just, cutting out things for no reason. It's a nice break from the screens too, but oh, yep, star of the show. It's time to actually create the spread. Now, this is fun. I'm going to just put some chill music on, so if you want to journal along with me, that's cool. If not, you can just put it on the background or, um, you know, watch intently if you want and see where I get to. But I just want to say thanks for stopping by, and you're probably new here because this is all new, so I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Another month under the belt. I really love this spread. I can see it evolving quickly, so I'm really excited to see what comes up in March in a few weeks. Again, thank you for stopping by and hanging out if you made it this far. Extra bonus points for you. Thank you very much. If you could like, subscribe. I'd like to see you again soon. Thank you so much.